Hello and welcome to the C Show. Yeah, we're not doing Hello Internet. That's that's not that's lame and it's getting stale. Riddler's not here. That's his job. This is Rockton and I'm finger licking good.
Hello, internet. This is the good nation telling
God
Rocktan.
damn it, Nathan.
Telling Rocktan, fuck off.
I know, I'm just messing around.
But
I don't
yeah, it's just us two today.
Yep.
We're the two-man band, baby.
I'm a two-man band.
Uh,
All right, let's get into it. We start off with Raw and from this week, and it opens up with this. We see the Shield, a promo of the Shield appearing after Ryback defeating Kane, and then they say, "How will John Cena respond to Ryback's actions last week?" No one cares. And Triple H and Brock Lesnar face off. Yay!
oh, great. Triple H and Brock Lesnar facing off. Wow, it's not like we've seen this before. Yay.
Now we come in and Jerry Lawler. Why does it have to be Jerry?
Because because Jerry doesn't do anything else, okay?
I guess,
You know
but
that you know that he's going to be going. He's going to be wrestling again, don't you?
really?
Yeah.
That's right. He said that he was actually getting himself cleared so he could wrestle again. What is wrong with you? I think having a heart attack it should be like a giant like red flag telling you need to stop.
I think part of it's a problem with the whole mentality of like the wrestling business. You know, it is kind of the traveling circus where everyone must perform no matter what. You know, uh,
Hmm.
even though Jerry Lawler's had a heart attack, he wants to get back to the business that but he's done it for so long that you can't
But
really just stop something like that.
he's already part of the business as a commentator. Isn't that good enough?
Well, some people can let go and other people can't. I mean, JBL let go and and so did Shawn Michaels and Edge, but Jerry Lawler's
Yeah, and
just one of those guys.
yeah, JBL's enjoying himself.
Hmm.
He
But
doesn't.
I think that might partially be because JBL's also got other stuff going on. You know, he's got the JBL and Cole show. He's also got the radio show. He's got the that rugby team he's managing down in Bermuda. Stuff like that. You know.
That's probably what. That's probably what I think a lot of wrestlers need is like something to latch onto after they like stop wrestling.
Well, I think that's what a lot of people need when they've stopped like doing any job really. Because I know some people that kind of go crazy.
Yeah, I can
Uh,
imagine.
yeah, after they have like no job or anything, and if you've worked for so long, having no one to talk to for ages in itself is just gonna make you go crazy.
It's just I'm sure you know how I feel about current Jerry Lawler's commentary. In
Yeah.
this,
Well,
in the
Jerry
ring,
Lawler's
he's
not a
not
good
that much better.
commentator. I don't think Jerry Lawler should be a commentator. It's not. It doesn't suit him. But at the same time, he does want to be in the business. For me,
You know,
what I think
I
would suit
guess
him
I
the
wouldn't
most.
mind him as a commentary if he went back to being heel because I think he works better as a heel commentator.
Hmm. Well, what I think would be good is if Lawler, instead of being a commentator at all, was just I don't know. He was a talent searcher or one of those guys, you know.
Or he could just do interviews.
Eh, possibly because he's okay at interviews. But
Yeah,
we are like we are short on time for this show, so let's
yeah,
move on.
yeah. I have to leave soon. So anyway, Lawler talks about Fandango versus
No,
Jericho.
no, no. Fandango versus versus.
And they show us how he beat Jericho at WrestleMania. Now that that the way that match ended could have been because of a slight botch that Jericho made because he kind of tweaked his leg a little bit, but we don't know. And that could have just been part of the match that that was supposed to happen. I don't know.
I think Jericho. I think that was worked. There's no way that that was real because Jericho's been wrestling since and stuff, you know.
Hmm.
Because if he did pull a muscle or something like that, you'd know about it.
Hmm. Now we start off with tonight's dance off. This is a great
And
stuff. This is great stuff.
I'm depressed because I missed it.
Yeah. Unfortunately, Nathan mentioned Lawler, of course, talks about Jericho's pants on Dancing with the Stars, which I did not watch.
What? What? You didn't
I,
watch Dancing with the Stars? Oh wow, why?
I'm not even watching it, even if someone like Jericho's there. I'm sorry.
Hmm. I watched Robot Combat League thingy that Jericho did.
Yeah, I liked that show.
It was okay. It was a bit too
I thought it was.
corny and American for me though.
I thought it was awesome personally, but that's just me. I thought it was a lot of fun to watch. And Lawler, of course, introduces Fandango and his partner Summer Rae. Again, I like that they gave her a better name because she originally had the name of just Sue.
I prefer the name of Mrs. Fandango.
That would be great. This is Fandango, and introducing my partner, Mrs. Fandango.
Fandango. God damn it, Ali.
You can speak up, Ollie. You don't have to just stay down. If you just want to say something, you're part of the show, dude.
He's the audio guy. He's not allowed to talk.
And
Sound engineers
Jericho
can't
comes
talk.
out with his partner, and I don't know how the hell Cole pronounced this because he must have just somebody must have told him. Edja Slewinska?
I don't know.
Yeah, it's some Russian chick.
Edita Slawinska. Something like that. I don't know.
Now, he starts going over the rules and says each dance partners will have 90 seconds to perform, and of course the winner be chosen by the fans.
Oh, great. Yeah, like Carly versus Fandango, because that was totally sensible.
I know, it's like, why would you do? I just don't understand.
I don't think
I
there's
know
much of a cross section between fans of ballroom dancing and wrestling fans.
yeah, it's like you're it.
They're not exactly experts. I'm not gonna lie.
And the and I believe oh yeah, Fandango comes out and calls Kali a clumsy atrocity of a man. Which, yes,
Which is true.
that's like
Was that
I'm,
was
I'm,
that
I'm
was he
it's
shooting
about
her?
time somebody said. It's about time some wrestler said that.
Yes.
Uh, he says fans may not like him, but they have to respect him as a performance artist. I am confident I will win the dance off tonight. Fans started to chant for Jericho. Jericho cuts in, says he's going to create a new dance station to all the "I just kick your jackass all over this ring." I love Jericho.
Mm. Well, again, I didn't watch it, so. Well, you see, because I think it's because the recorded version that I had started later on. It started as the next match happened, so yeah.
And Jericho says at Extreme Rules he's going to dance all over Fandango's face. And I just said Fandango, damn it. Fandango and Summer go first, and the music starts, but then Fandango just stands there, and Summer's like waiting for him, and like, and the crowd starts booing, and Fandango cuts the music, and the crowd's all getting after him, and and then he's like, he gets a mic and he says, "I need silence. I'm trying to create a masterpiece here."
God, Johnny C can make anything work, can't he?
I know. Now he finally starts dancing, and as he spins her at one point, he kind of tosses her a little bit. It looks like he tossed her a bit too hard, and she falls on, and she hurts her ankle. Fandango gets all embarrassed and he gets upset with her. Jericho's partner goes off to check on her, and Fandango doesn't like this. More of the crowd starts to get on him and chanting "You suck" at him.
I dropped something.
And now a trainer comes, and Jericho's standing there the whole time looking on with a little concern. And then Fandango starts to leave the ring, but then sneaks up behind Jericho and starts beating him up.
No, wasn't this after Jericho went and saw if Summer Rae was okay, though?
I don't know. I think he might have started to walk towards it, but I don't think he walked towards her that far.
Because I saw the recap of it, and on that it looked like he walked up to her and checked if she was okay, and then Fandango attacked.
Mm-hmm. You might be right. I may be remembering this incorrectly. But he basically starts wailing on Jericho. Crowd tries to get Jericho back into it, but Fandango kicks him out of the ring. He slams into the announcer's table and throws into the steps. Fandango yells at Jericho as the fans chant, "You can't dance." That was a good chant. Fandango continues to beat Jericho up, and then now the ring had been converted into like a dance floor, like they had put like a wood dance floor on top of the ring, and now we find out how they did that because it's all like wooden tiles. Because Fandango grabs one and then proceeds to just bash, run head first into Jericho, run into Jericho with it and hit him head first with it. And then he goes back to the ring, and Summer's still standing there, but all of a sudden she gets a smile. Fandango and Summer both get big grins on their faces. He lets her up, and it was a setup. And I'm like, that was fucking brilliant.
Yep.
I loved it. And my roommate was like disappointed. He was like, I wanted to see Jericho dance. I will agree that it was kind of disappointing not get to see Jericho dance, but this was a brilliant setup.
I think maybe they should have let Jericho dance first and then done that.
Yeah, that would have worked.
But yeah, even though I missed it, I did see the recap, and it did look like a very good segment. So
yeah, it was a great segment to open the show.
Yeah. So for once, I'm actually happy with the WWE with the Raw recaps.
Then we're shown that coming up later is the Shield versus the team of Team Hell No and an still injured John Cena. I refuse to believe that man is still not hurting.
Of course he is, but he's going to keep wrestling until he gets permanently injured.
Yeah, because he's an idiot, and because WWE are idiots for not taking him out. Just tell.
Well, look, Rocktan, CM Punk's out, Dolph Ziggler's now out, John Cena would be out. Who have they got left?
I don't know, but I'm sorry. I understand that. I understand that aspect, but you're basically putting your biggest star in immense peril, and you could lose him for good.
I know, it's stupid, but at least they're putting him with Team Hell No to,
Yeah, but he has that match.
But we'll get to that match later.
Yeah.
that annoying ass match.
Now we have Zack Ryder versus Ryback.
Okay, Roxanne, I blinked, so I may have missed this match.
Yeah, I like turned my head away for about 5 seconds and it was over.
Yeah. So it does.
I like went. I was like, I went to like put something in like the oven or the microwave, I think, and then it was over. This is like one of the quickest squash matches I've ever seen out of Ryback. This is probably the quickest squash match Ryback has ever done, even quicker than the stuff he did against those no-name jobbers.
Nah, I think this match was a bit short, a bit longer than the No Name Jobbers, because I think Ryder got the broski boot in or something like that. Because that's generally how the named ones go. They go. It goes. Uh, the guy that's squashing him starts beating the shit out of him. Then the jobber gets to hit his signature, and then the guy just squashes him. That's generally how these goes, and this was no exception. My question is, what, like 7 days away? Oh well, yeah, like 6 days away from Extreme Rules. Why wouldn't you put Ryback in a match that made him look strong and not just a squash match?
Yeah, because especially against Zack Ryder, which no one, there's no way you can believe that Zack Ryder has a chance in hell, regardless of his current supposed character change that I found out. I think it was last week where Michael Cole. I found out the reason he like cut his hair. They were saying that Zack Ryder wants to be more aggressive in the ring. That's why he's doing this.
Uh, that's funny.
Which make just I don't get that at all. It doesn't. It does not fit Zack Ryder at all.
It doesn't at all.
Well, at least not as a face. It might work better if he was a heel, but not as a
Maybe.
face. It doesn't at all. And Zack Ryder has fallen so out of favor as a face. He's barely getting a reaction anymore. So this is just make if he was still if he was still in his lovable gimmick, he would be getting a better reaction, I think.
Mm. I still don't know who they would put Ryback with though, because there aren't many faces right now that are strong.
Yeah. But yeah, Ryback squashes Zack Ryder. Q's pointless squash match that we hate. Yeah, that I fucking hate, and so does Riddler.
God. I'm trying to think who they could put him with, and I'm struggling.
Yeah, I know.
I think
Derek.
maybe they should turn Cesaro face.
Hmm. I wonder what gimmick that would give, and that would. I wouldn't mind seeing what they could do with it, but you know, given Cesaro's current gimmick, which isn't very good.
No,
I
it's not that it's not very good. It's that they haven't given him a chance. They do this all the time, where they get a guy, they give him a new gimmick, or even he's just got a gimmick, and then they don't give him mic time. In the past, maybe they may have, that there may have been a lot of shit, but at least they gave people time to work out what shit was.
Yeah, there were at one point giving them those great. I liked when they started going having. I thought the best part of the gimmick was when he did those promos going around the U.S. and basically trashing.
Yeah, those were great.
That was a great. That was great. That
Like
was
when you were
good
going to
stuff.
like the fast food place and be like, "You call this food?" That was great.
Yeah, you just why they didn't stick with that, I don't know.
I just don't know why they haven't stuck with Cesaro full stop, because he's possibly he could be the best physical wrestler there.
Yeah,
He's definitely in the running for best technical wrestler out of them.
best well, best technically in the sense of being a physically big guy
No, not
as
even
well.
that. He's just a very, very good technical wrestler, especially if you watch more of his independent work, where he's not told to wrestle the same match.
Hmm.
Yeah, he's almost on par with Daniel Bryan, which is what makes him such a scary opponent because he is just a ring surgeon, you know?
So almost as good as Daniel.
Yeah, he's really good.
Hmm. Well, anyway, we have a
Pretty
tag
different
team
style.
match.
Yeah.
We have a tag team match of the Primetime Players versus Tons of Funk. I honestly felt like this kind of was a filler match, except they said, "Oh, these guys can can get back into the tag team title hunt."
No.
Really?
No.
That sorry, but the Team Hell No right now has a program with the Shield. They're not getting a chance for a while.
And even if
Neither of these
Even
two.
if the Shield wins the titles and they face like Tons of Funk or something, they're gonna fucking destroy Tons of Funk.
Yeah, or the Primetime Players.
Yeah, well, the primetime pairs are heels, so
Yeah,
if they were
but
gonna put
regardless
if
of which team they face, they would kick their ass.
oh, totally just all around the ring. But
Now,
yeah, I'm getting tired of these filler matches, like really tired of them.
yeah, and then anyway, now surprisingly, the Primetime Players actually win this match, and that's been a long time since they've actually won a match. It's been at least been at least like a month, I think, since they've won a match.
Yeah,
I
it's been
think.
longer. It's been longer than that. They
Yeah,
they haven't. It's
but they,
weird though because they hardly have won any matches. Yet at the same time, like they've constantly been given tag team title shots against Team Hell No and lost every time.
yeah.
So yeah.
Anyway, at the end of the match, Brodus Clay was knocking Darren Young off the apron, and he goes back to work on Titus, and chaos ensued, and then Titus was got the roll up on Clay for the win, but we don't really see what happened because then they have to replay it and showing that Darren actually hit Clay in the eye with his hair pick.
Oh great. Is the hair pick going to become a thing now? I hope it doesn't.
I I could see them doing that. Yeah, it probably will.
God damn it.
Now we hear that Teddy Long will make a statement about the world heavyweight title because of Dolph Ziggler's injury, and we go to commercial. And coming back, and Matt Stryker introduces Teddy Long or
Hello.
Teddy Wong. Yeah, I miss Teddy. I miss the Teddy Wong jokes.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm not very good at making Teddy Wong jokes.
Oh God. But
Teddy goes to make an
yeah.
announcement. He's in, he's talking about who what he's gonna do, and he's interrupted by Swagger and Coulter, and Zeb just says Swagger should be given the title because he's the one that injured Dolph in the first place. And if it weren't for Swagger, Dolph wouldn't have even had the title. Then Biggie and AJ come out, and Biggie and AJ say that title's not going anywhere. AJ says Swagger should be suspended. No, no, he should be fired for what he did to Dolph. And then
Yeah.
they start to like argue with each other. Teddy breaks it up, and Teddy says, "Nope, Dolph's not going to be stripped, but in what's going to happen is we're going to have a number one contenders match with Swagger versus Del Rio in an I Quit match." That sounds pretty damn good. A pretty damn good replacement for the the three-way ladder match.
Yeah, but the problem with this is didn't Swagger and Del Rio have a number one contenders match, and in the end, both of them got the shot. They've had a number one
Yeah,
contenders
I think
match.
they didn't.
Yeah,
Yeah, you're
they've had
right.
a number one contenders match to have a number one contenders match.
Yeah,
But yeah,
I think what they should have done is, I maybe what they could have done is have like say a Big E have like have a match against like some like Swagger Del Rio, and basically say if he wins that match, then he gets thrown, then he gets becomes a contender and gets thrown into a three-way dance for the for
the
for
vacate title.
for the vacated title. Yeah, they could.
Well,
Why
I
don't
don't
they
know.
just make?
I don't think. I think in this case, they should not vacate the title because if they did, Dolph Ziggler's career would kind of be over.
Yeah, I mean,
He needs something right now, you know?
I don't know. I don't know. I'm just trying to figure out how to fix this, and it's kind of hard.
It is. But the really, I think what they've done is kind of the best thing they could do, is just put another number one contenders match on.
Yeah, I mean, what else can you do? It's the injuries fuck everything up.
Yeah. Uh,
Now we
Personally, I don't know what I would do. Uh, I wouldn't vacate the title from Dolph, but I would make an angle from it, which they don't seem to be doing. Like I would have Swagger and Dolph feud now because of this.
hmm
Which
Yeah, that
I don't think that's going to happen though. I think it's going to be Del Rio Dolph because Dolph is a
yeah,
heel, even though everyone cheers him.
yeah. You would need to turn one of them face.
Yeah,
And honestly, I had an idea of how you could turn Dolph face, sort of. Well, honestly, if anyone should be face, I could see Big E being the one to turn face because like what I could see happening is like Dolph gets uh, uh, this whole thing of him losing could have worked if like say they're trying to help Dolph Dolph win his matches, but they keep fucking up
hmm
and making him lose the match, and then Dolph matches, and then Dolph Ziggler gets fed up with him, and
yeah.
like
I don't like though how they're giving Biggie Langston matches, but they aren't letting him be the sort of powerhouse that he's supposed to wrestle as.
mhm.
I'll be right back. I've got to go get some food.
Well, while we wait for him to come back, Uh, Mark Henry is going to call Sheamus later tonight, and then commercial comes, and back from the break we have Dean Ambrose versus Kofi Kingston announced as the U.S. title match. Definitely looking forward to that, especially because now Shield could win all the titles and look really fucking strong. We get Kingston versus Damian Sandow. This is a this was just again a short match. It felt pretty close. I think this was basically a squash match, and this does not deserve to be a squash match. I mean, Ryback versus Zack Ryder. Okay, I can understand at least why that's the squash match, even though I hate squash matches and they're fucking pointless.
I'm back.
There's a better way to make people look strong than squash matches.
Yeah.
But Kofi Kingston versus Damian Sandow has less of a reason to be a squash match because these guys could
Yeah,
put on a.
both could benefit from it as well with a good match.
I do. There is one thing I do like is that they're starting to make Kingston's Trouble in Paradise an out of nowhere finisher. I kind of like that actually. When you think about it, it actually makes the move itself can be used anywhere he wants
Mm.
at any time he wants.
definitely.
So
It
Mark
makes more
Henry,
sense in something like the choke slam being an out of nowhere finisher.
yeah, definitely. Mark Henry is shown walking backstage, and we go to commercial again. Back from the break, Josh Matthews, Mr. Awkward, is
Mr. Awkward moment.
with the Mark Henry,
That's what I
and
do.
we've seen footage from last week where Henry basically beat the shit out of Sheamus with a belt. Henry says, "Oh, that's nothing compared to what I'll do with Extreme Rules. I'm gonna drag Sheamus around this ring." And we see footage from SmackDown where Henry pulled 2 tractor trailers. That was awesome, by the way.
That was really awesome.
That's cool. And
Yeah, holy shit.
it was actually kind of bolstered by like primetime players like cheering him on.
Everyone was cheering on, even though he was a heel. Everyone cheered him on. It was weird.
And Matthews asked Henry the stupid question, how you were going to beat Sheamus. And like Henry's like tells Matthew, put the strap on. Put it on. Matthews reluctantly wraps it around his ring and wrist, and Henry basically just shoves him to the mat. And as he's basically telling how the match works while dragging Matthews around the ring and touching the ring posts. He finally lets go and he calls Sheamus out. Sheamus doesn't appear at mouth, and Henry basically, says, "Oh, you're the now." Basically, in a way, so it's like, how now? Who's the coward? He doesn't say it that way, but I kind of wish he did. Finally, music kick. Sheamus comes out, and but he's standing on the stage. Henry's like, "Come on, man, get in here! I'll whip your ass." Sheamus says he's never backed down from a fight, and he heads down, and but then he says, "I left a present for you under the ring," and he goes and he grabs another strap from the ring, and then they proceed to beat the shit out of each other with the straps.
Yeah.
But then Sheamus gets the advantage, and Henry's out of the floor, and he walks up the ramp.
I think it is cool that we're having a strap match because those things don't happen very often, you know?
Yeah.
It definitely makes a sense after the whole tug of war thing and the strength thing for them to have a match like that, you know?
I'm still anxious about. I'm still not looking that. I look forward to Mark Henry, but not so much to Sheamus. I'll say why later.
I think this could be a good match. I'm holding out.
We get a little video. We start getting videos about the Brock Lesnar Triple H feud, and then we get a plug for they're making they have a sequel already made for the movie 12 Rounds that had one star John Cena. Now it's with Randy Orton.
Are you going to see that one opening night, Rock, Dan?
No. And now we have Cesaro, which we've just described as a great wrestler, which I totally agree with, against the laziest wrestler in the fucking company. God, I hate this guy.
Which is said movie star Randy Orton.
Movie star my ass. This is direct. Every movie he's been in has been direct to DVD. That should tell you something. But then again, WWE Studios, most of their movies are direct to DVD anyway.
This is true. Yeah, they've made some good movies.
Yeah, some of them are alright, but most of them suck.
Yes.
I don't know what you thought about it, but I actually liked See No Evil.
I haven't seen it yet. I need to see it.
I think the best part, one of the best parts of for me of that movie isn't so much the movie itself, it's the commentary because Kane does commentary on the movie, and that was
Oh my
very.
God! Hey Ryan, have you they did that Carly voice box?
Yeah, I actually
They've
played
done
with that.
they've done a Kane one,
Oh my god, a
and it's
serious.
awesome. It's like him saying day-to-day things like "Hi, Grandma." Stuff like that. It is
Of
the best
course,
thing.
of course, Randy Orton wins because they're the company's on high on this guy for reasons I none of us fucking understand.
It's because people cheer him for reasons none of us fucking understand.
Yeah, exactly. Um, back and and anyway, there's a commercial, and back from the break, Miz returns. I didn't even know he was gone.
Yeah, I was like, hasn't he just been gone for like a few weeks?
Yeah,
He was at
yeah.
WrestleMania.
He and he has a quick match with Heath Slater,
I think the original plan was to actually have Miz be gone longer, but with the whole lack of talent they've got right now.
and he's still doing the finger fucking four.
Yeah, I don't
I
like that.
I just don't like that at all.
See,
He does it.
the worst part about the figure four is that all of Miz's moveset is on the head because of his the skull crushing finale. So then he does the figure four, which attacks like the legs, and then the guy taps out.
I never noticed that.
But it does really annoy me that how his moveset now has completely no bearing on his finisher. You know?
Yeah,
Because I mean, with like, for example, with Cesaro, all of his moves attack the head. The uppercut and stuff.
and they're still having Miz as a face, which at least current face Miz just does not work at all.
Yeah.
Maybe he'd work in a better type of face. I don't know, but he just seems better suited as a heel.
Mm. To me, what I would do is have him wrestle a few more matches as a face, like just because right now they don't have any good faces. Then I would say put him in a feud with Cody or something, and then have them both turn.
Ooh, I
Cody
like that.
turn face, Miz turn heel. You know,
That'd be good.
because you can't just do it immediately, and you still need someone for like for example, guys like Biggie Langston and Ryback to actually have longer matches with. That and Miz he is a former WWE champion and all this stuff. So yeah, I think he would fit in that. And then they could turn Cody face and have him be a strong face.
Anyway, Miz wins. When then we cut to footage of Layla and Alicia Botch at the Susan G. Komen walk in Washington. Now, I will say this about the Susan G. Komen. I highly support WWE going, supporting the fight against breast cancer due to the fact that my mother was a victim to that.
Hmm.
She basically died from she basically died from complications due to the breast cancer. Anyway, still, we get another promo of Lesnar versus Triple H. Um, and now we get the elimination match between um the elimination match we talked about earlier. Team Hell No, Cena versus the Shield. Good
But
stuff.
this match, the
Good.
whole
It
the
was
ending
good
pissed
stuff,
me
but
off.
then the way it ended.
Yeah, the ending pissed me off.
Oh God. I mean, it didn't completely kill the Shield,
Super Cena turn.
but it did kill a big. It did bring them down a bit, a
Which
good bit.
yeah, and which when you've got no like main event stars, the Shield are kind of the people you're banking on right now. Keep pushing them. Have
Yeah.
them win clean again over Cena and Team Hell No.
Basically, this match should have. Here's the big problem that I've seen with Cena and his injury is they need to be working that into a storyline. They really need to be working that into storyline.
They can't though.
Why?
They just don't have enough. They just don't know how.
How do you? How is it? How difficult is that to not work into a storyline?
It's not, but they have no talent. So this is what happens when the boss of the company's like daughter is in charge of creative.
Yeah,
It's not all
because
Vince.
she's basically most likely getting just shot. Vince is constantly in her ear the entire time.
Well, it's not even always Vince. I'm sure there's a lot of decisions she's made that have been terrible.
They're sure there's a lot of who?
Is it Linda that's in charge of creative? Which one is it?
No, it's Stephanie.
Stephanie. Well, I'm sure Stephanie's made a lot of bad decisions as well as Vince.
Yeah, but if anyone should be in her ear, it's her husband, Triple H.
Yeah, he's got more of an idea what he's doing than anyone else,
Yeah.
which is sad.
But anyway, basically the Shield eliminates uh, the Team Hell No first, when it should have been Cena, not
Yeah.
Team Hell No. But of course, Cena is a typical "I've overcome the fucking odds" bullshit, and it, he proceeds to eliminate both Rollins and Reigns, and now it's down to just Ambrose.
Well, let's be
And
fair, he didn't actually eliminate them. They both got themselves purposefully disqualified, and sorry, it was Reigns that got himself purposefully disqualified by doing the spear, which that kind of confused the fuck out of me because I've seen people do moves before, and them not get disqualified like that, you know.
Yeah.
And I was like, surely it's like, if they do the spear and then like start beating them up even after that, that's when you disqualify them, not just, when they hit one move,
Mm-hmm. Well,
Maybe I'm
anyway,
crazy.
Rollins eliminates. Cena does eliminate Rollins with the AA, and then he throws Reigns and Ambrose in the ring. Well, but first, I think.
Why did you do this to us?
Ambrose goes after Cena, who he goes to the A again. Ambrose manages to blocks it. Reigns starts to argue with the referee. Nails. Oh, I'm trying to. Oh, this is a little. I'm going a little out of order here. Sorry.
Let's go.
But anyway, Ambrose. Reigns was the second one to get eliminated, and then
Yeah,
Ambrose
was.
crawls to cover Cena. He kicks out.
Of course he does. Of course he
Cena
kicks out
goes.
of the thing that no one is kicked out of yet.
Yeah, Cena goes for the SDF, and it looks. And I was scared. I was scared for a minute. Like I was like,
Good.
no, no, no. And when Ron Reigns basically attacked him, I was like, oh, thank God.
Me too.
But still, the Shield has been undefeated up to this point, and now they lost even by DQ to John motherfucking Cena.
DQ doesn't count. They need to be pinned or made to submit. That's my opinion.
Okay.
And let's
yeah,
think of it this way. If
I'm
it
going to
was,
agree with it. I'm going to agree with you.
and Lockdown, think of it this way. If it was a normal match, Daniel Bryan would have taken the pin straight away. Because if it was a normal match, not an elimination match, the two members of Team Hell No were eliminated first. You see? So they would have won.
Yep.
Does that make sense?
Yeah, that does make sense.
But yeah.
But they at least they still helped. They still Shield still looked strong because they fairly strong because they beat Cena up and hit the triple fire bomb, and they come they get out of there, and then Ryback comes down, and you just stands over Cena as the fans start there's some smart fans in the audience that start chanting Goldberg.
I
Yeah,
don't know whether he's Goldberg. I think he's more of a Tank Abbott than Goldberg.
yeah. I don't remember. I'm not a big. I don't remember what Tank Abbott was like, so I wouldn't know.
Yes, you do. You know, he was the MMA guy that for some reason everyone said was really strong and kept squashing people, yet he was really fat.
I never really. I don't remember seeing him wrestle. Is what I
You
mean.
didn't, you did,
I
did
didn't
you not
watch him.
do a Wrestle Tracks with him in one of the WCW ones?
Yeah, yeah. I just don't remember it that well.
Okay.
Anyways, that was that was one of the bad ones, I think, and that's probably why I don't remember it. But then again,
Yes.
that's all we do. Is
Actually,
riff on
I know who Ryback's like. He's more like Kevin Nash than Goldberg.
how so?
Well, Kevin Nash got injured all the time, aka Ryback, and he kept squashing people.
Ryback didn't get injured.
Dude, do you know why Ryback didn't debut till then? Because he was on injury for like 2 years.
Oh, I didn't know
He's
that.
been in WWE since like 2010, dude. He was in the first season of NXT.
Yeah, I know. I just that is right. He did get that is why he didn't
Yeah.
date was because he got injured. I remember that. But that was
Remember
like
when he was
that's
in the Nexus for like a week?
yeah. But that was just like that's just one injury though.
It's one big injury, and it happened a long time.
Yeah.
For a long time, you know. He's got injured before as well. You know, he got injured when he was on Tough Enough.
I don't remember that.
Yeah, he was on Tough Enough. I think it was season 4.
But did Nash injure people? Was Nash known for injuring people as well?
I don't know. I know he injured himself.
Yeah. I think he has actually. I'm pretty sure he has injured someone, and then claimed that. I think there was. I think I actually heard of a story where he injured someone and claimed it was their fault. I
Wow,
forget who it was specifically.
what a dick! A dick.
I forget who it was that specifically he was wrestling that day.
Someone. Doesn't matter. But yeah.
Um. Anyway,
Can we move on now?
yeah, Ryback leaves, starts to leave, but then he stops and he comes back and he brings a steel chair and he smashes Cena's back at him. And then for a minute, I was like, "Oh shit!" He didn't act. I was like, scared because I was actually scared that he actually hit the ankle. But when they did it, but when they replayed it, I saw for like a split second that Cena did actually move his leg out of the way. I'm positive I did see that.
Yeah. That was worked, that particular bit, but there's no denying that Cena is more injured than he's letting on.
Yeah. Ryback leaves the ring and he yells, "My life, my rules. Ryback rules."
Ryback rules is such a fucking terrible catchphrase.
Both of his catchphrases have sucked. So
Feed me more at least is better than Ryback rules.
yeah, I guess.
Ugh.
Now, and we get more hype for Lesnar versus Triple H.
Okay.
Are they? Are they? It makes me wonder if they're scared that this match is going to stink.
I don't know. I don't think so. I think they're just trying to push that match as much as they can. Cause let's face it, what else is there?
Now, Ryback. We show Ryback walking backstage. Striker stops him, and Ryback says, "I'm no longer playing by the rules because it didn't get me anywhere." Extreme Rules. Cena and everyone will know that Ryback rules. He says it again. We didn't hear you the first time.
Look, repeating something doesn't make it good.
Yeah.
Ryback. But yeah.
Then we see footage.
Ryback,
Then we
doesn't
see
matter.
footage from last week where Jack Swagger and Biggie Langston got into it. Oh, by the way, something I forgot to mention is that earlier in the night, I'm trying to go back now because they talked about this. Oh yeah, when they were doing after they announced the I Quit match, Teddy said that the fans will pick Big E versus Swagger or Del Rio.
Yeah, and one of the
And
Raw
surprisingly, in that stupid fucking app that they're pushing, and they are pushing it.
Well, let's be fair. They're actually using the app well.
But they are pushing that fucking hard.
Yeah, well,
to the point that it became annoying. Annoying because they were cutting up. They were showing the little cell phone, showing stuff that they could be showing during. They could be doing cutaway interviews during the show, which I wouldn't mind. But no, they have to. They just have to promote the fucking app.
You know, honestly, Rockturn, I don't mind because they are promoting one of their own products that actually does, like, you know, do something in terms of the viewing experience. You know, it actually does. But because if you have the app, you can watch the matches in between ad breaks, which I think is a fantastic use of that particular service. Because we don't see many things like that where you can keep watching the show in between breaks. You know. I think that's a really good use of it. And honestly, I don't mind them pushing the app because they are pushing something that is a tangible product. You know, unlike the WWE Network, which is nothing, or their Twitter, which is basically them posting things and people replying to them and them not replying to the people that have replied to them.
Well, I just think it's kind of stupid because how many people are gonna actually use this?
It doesn't matter how many people are going to use it, but they are trying to get more people to get on the bandwagon of the app.
All right. The choice surprisingly is Big E.
No, the choice was between Del Rio and Jack Swagger to fight Big E.
Oh, right. Yeah, the choice was between Swagger and Del Rio, and surprisingly, they chose Swagger.
Yeah, and it was like a 65% as well in that direction.
And it was like, why do I would think that Del Rio would be the favorite to win that because he's the face.
Yeah, but at the same time, you could be voting for Jack Swagger because you want Biggie Langston to beat him up.
Yeah, the commentators were playing this off as like the audience wants to see the two of these guys beat the shit out of each other. But considering the crowd reaction, I just failed. I have a hard time believing that.
Maybe honestly, Jack Swagger has surprisingly gained a lot in momentum. He's gained more in momentum than I believe Del Rio has, honestly. I think Del Rio needs to turn heel again. Del Rio doesn't suit being a face.
Yeah, I think you're right.
We need the thing is though, they need more faces. It's not. And the thing is, the problem is the faces they have. I would turn quite a few of them heel. Del Rio, Sheamus, Orton, you know?
Yeah.
John Cena.
Well, let's not go there because we know that's never going to happen, and I've given up.
Yeah.
On that one.
Cena
doesn't need to turn heel. He just needs a chair. the more than anything isn't so much him turning heel, because I've gotten over that. It's just they just need a change in his character. That's what they need to do.
But I did
Just
not.
and it
I did not
doesn't
like the ending of this match.
being a heel. I'd like to see it, but at the same time, it's more a change of character that he needs than just being a heel.
Yeah, but anyway, I did not like the ending of this match at all. It was far too short. This match. This match should have been a lot longer than it was.
Well, I think it might have ended it sooner because of the fact that it was like a heel versus heel match.
That doesn't matter. The fact that it ended in like count out was just not good.
But anyway, yeah, the match, yeah, Biggie dumps Swagger out to the floor, and he starts beating up Swagger, and then but then Swagger like he does something. I forget what he does, but then he attacks Biggie and then and jumps back into the ring to win by countout. Del Rio comes in, and Ricardo hits Swagger in the face with with the bucket, which I love that. That was a great bit because Swagger just like, you son of a bitch. Big E gets involved, and Del Rio comes back and sends Swagger to the floor, and he's standing tall.
I hope that after Extreme Rules they will just settle on one number one contender, because it's right now there is all of these matches just turn into a clusterfuck at the end, because especially when like Ziggler was out, there would be Ziggler, Biggie, AJ, Zeb Coulter, Jack Swagger, Del Rio, and Ricardo Rodriguez in this massive just melee, and it's just I think it's too much, honestly. They need to have one guy being the contender.
Yeah. Now we have Natalya versus AJ, which I did watch because it's fucking AJ.
Oh, and this was the last match of the night. This was your main event, people.
Well, not if as far as like matches, yes, but it wasn't technically the main event.
No, this is it's the match. The last match is the main event. A segment is not a main event.
You can say that, but I kind of think WWE considers, even if it's a segment, to be the main event.
No, this was the main event.
You're just saying that just because it pisses you off that a segment is the main event.
This was the main event.
Let a man dream.
Anyway, Natalya versus AJ, which is a decent match, except for the fact the thing that bothers me is I think they're not letting AJ showing a lot. Even with the way this match ended, they're not really letting her show her wrestling skill, I think.
I think the problem is with it is that AJ does look like she is a lot smaller than even the other female wrestlers. So they're doing the same thing with the female wrestlers as they would say with a big guy and a small guy wrestling, you know? They're making the big guys overpower the big girls overpower her type of thing, which does work, but they aren't letting her get any offense in, which I think they need to start
I think the problem is like they make like AG like almost like look like
too distressed.
Yeah, in distress the entire time, and like nothing she can do is affecting anyone until she finally just surprises them with something.
Yeah. But hopefully the actual championship match will be better than that. But yeah,
but anyway,
this was another one of those, and I do love the finish.
But anyway, though, Caitlyn was outside, by the way, and Natalya.
I never get that. Why do they sometimes bring out wrestlers to be guest commentators on matches that are like barely a minute long?
I don't know. It's pointless.
It's like when Wade Barrett was when it came out when the Miz was having a match and it was like a squash match against Heath Slater or something like that, and it was literally like 30 seconds. It was like, oh hi Wade,
Yeah.
well hi there, the Barrett Barrage is gonna win the end.
Yeah, all you need to, if it's going to be a minute long, it's fine if you come out. Just have him sit down and wait, and then have them do something afterward. That's
Yeah,
all you need to do. You
but
don't need them on commentary because it's pointless.
but let's move on to
But
the
yeah, AJ wins with her awesome Black Widow. The submission is called the Black Widow. I didn't even know what it was called because it looked strange, but at the same time it looked wicked sick at the same time.
it's an
Because
awesome,
it looks like it fucking hurts.
See,
Like,
imagine if Beth Phoenix and AJ became a tag team. That would be just the two finishes that people go ow at.
if Beth Phoenix was still in the company.
That is true.
Anyway, Caitlyn helps Natalia, and Kali and Hornswoggle are there, of course.
Because we can't just have a wrestler wrestle. We have to have shit as well.
Back from the break, Chris Jericho is talking with Stryker. Jericho cuts a great fucking promo but then again, it's fucking Jericho.
Yes.
Yeah, he says Jericho says, I've been trying to play by other people's games, and that stops tonight. And he starts to get angry, and he says, I'm gonna dance all over Fandango's face at Extreme Rules. He gets pissed.
The bit I liked was like, I've been joking around talking about calling him all these different names. I know how to say his name. He's Fandango, and I'm going to beat him. And I was like, yes,
yeah,
Jericho is back.
Yeah, that was just great. I love it. That was just that whole intense. I love him getting intense. That was great stuff.
It was good. It's good. It's good to see someone be intense in this show.
Yeah. Yeah, whereas we have other people that like Sheamus, who never fucking takes anything fucking seriously.
Yeah. Which honestly, I think that's been more of his detriment recently. It's been making him look like more of a heel than a face. When Mark Henry and him have been doing strength competitions, and Mark Henry's been a sportsman and like actually wrestled. Have been doing the stuff properly, and then Sheamus has just cheap shot at him. It's like, yeah, your face, ladies and gentlemen.
Now we go back and finally we have the face off between Triple H and Brock Lesnar, and Triple H is in Triple H is in there, and the steel cage is lowered down. And Triple H basically says they've been in a war for a year now, and it'll be settled. He starts to call the ring his home, and then it's especially his home when it's surrounded by steel. And he talks about how he grew up here and became a man. And then he calls Brock Lesnar in the ring, and of course Paul Heyman's along with him.
This is annoying me because Paul Heyman keeps saying that he knows something about Extreme. And then Triple H says, yeah, I know more about Extreme than you. No, you don't. You didn't run a company that was based on Extreme. Shut up, Triple H. Shut up.
Yeah, I can see that.
I mean, okay, you were in the Attitude Era, but at the same time, you weren't really in any of those matches. That was Mick Foley and The Undertaker. Yeah. You were in some Extreme matches, but you weren't in the Extreme matches,
Yeah. Anyway, Heyman and Lesnar are on the stage, and Heyman starts to talk immediately. Triple H shuts him up, which I liked. and just tells Lesnar, you just get in the ring so we can start beating the shit on each other. I don't want to wait. And Heyman stops Lesnar and start what and here's the thing that bothers me about this. Didn't Heyman just cut a promo the last week saying he's not going to stop Lesnar anymore?
Yeah. I didn't think about that. Huh. Oh well.
But Triple H saying was talking about how he hates Brock Lesnar and mocks Triple H for using the word hate, and talks about how apparently it's on a banned list of WWE's words. Really? Is that true?
It could be. I don't think so though. Because remember Kane with the embrace the hate.
Well, yeah. So why did it say that? It's just being a dick?
Yeah, he's just being a dick.
Okay.
There will be a list of
I just thought that was like weird. That was a weird thing that I didn't laugh at. I was like what?
There will be a list of banned words, and him just probably just going, yeah. Oh, isn't that one of those words that people don't say that often, especially good guys like you, you know?
I could see that. But yeah, Heyman says, I know that you guys hate each other, and Lesnar's gonna teach Triple H the true meaning of that word, and he keeps talking and taunting him, and then and Heyman says, Lesnar is ready for the fight, but you'll still have to wait till Sunday, and says Lesnar does not fight for free, and then they start walking away while the music is playing, and Triple H basically cuts them off, and then he starts. This was a great bit. I like this bit, honestly. Yeah. He's like, I've been wondering why Lesnar won't face me. It's because Heyman, you can't afford the Lesnar to do that. Because if Lesnar comes out here and gets beaten, you're gonna lose him. He's basically you're gonna lose Brock Lesnar. He's not gonna want to hang around with you if he consistently loses while you're and you're the one that's trying to help him. He's your meal ticket. You're gonna lose him if I beat him.
Yep.
And then
the two brawl basically.
Personally, but he loves us. Yeah, Heyman, you don't believe Lesnar's this big bad guy anymore. So he points at Lesnar out as are you gonna come to the ring and prove what Heyman said? Or are you just gonna stand there and be a bitch? I just love that. It's like, oh snap. That's definitely telling you. Sorry about that, folks. Ollie's internet our sound engineer's internet is dying, and Nathan seems to have left. So I'm gonna have to finish this review by myself. Anyway, yeah. Lesnar starts to Lesnar it gets called out as a bitch. Triple H is waiting for him, and Lesnar starts to approach the cage. He's like waiting. He's like thinking about it. Of course, Heyman is talking about it. The weirdest thing I thought was as he started to come, like pretty much every referee in just like came out of nowhere, all getting in front of him and trying to stop him. What do the referees care? I really want to know. How does it affect them at all? I can understand Heyman, but that just made no sense to me at all. That's like it's just like, oh, referees, where did they come from? Anyway, he, finally he gets into the cage and start beating each other up, and and Lesnar gets him in the corner. Triple H starts to fight back. Lesnar hits a big like throwing back suplex, and then he tells Lesnar tells Heyman to shut the door, which he does. He charges at him, but Triple H sidesteps and throws him right against the steel. Triple H starts punching him, and he throws him, and then he throws Lesnar into the cage door. Heyman standing right there, so Heyman gets hit in the face with the cage door, and of course the weight of Brock Lesnar, because Lesnar was the one getting sent into the cage door. So a big weight, this big huge weight, went into that cage that hit him in the face. That door that hit him in the face. So yeah, Lesnar falls to the cage. Triple H is tell him get back in here. Crowd's chanting for him. Lesnar's like locking off, and Triple H starts to pose, and then we get off the air. Yeah, pretty good, overall good segment. Egg the show. I like the way they did this. I still don't really understand the purpose. They haven't really. There's no real stake to this feud. I think that's the biggest problem right now. Unlike the last match, there's no stake involved, and I think that's the biggest problem right now. Is just there's nothing. There's other than the fact that they have that they are 1-1. There doesn't seem to be any stake to this match, like what's going to happen when one of them loses. And the only thing that and Heyman made this big deal out of the fact that during this promo he says like one person is going to be the winner, another's going to be the loser. And it's like Triple H has lost matches before, Heyman. He made this big deal like out of like Triple H has never had to face being a loser before. No, that's not true at all. I can, and he's already lost to Lesnar. I mean, everyone has to deal with losing. And I'm not saying that's not a big deal, and you can make that a story to make it a big deal that someone it affects it in a kayfabe sense. It affects you when you lose. But Triple H has dealt with this before. He's already lost. He won, and then he won. He got his vengeance already. So I mean. I just don't see it's going to be disappointing to him, but is it going to mean anything in the long run? The only way this has any stakes is like just the danger of this match as if Triple H gets seriously hurt. That's the only real anything I can make out of this at this point. But we're gonna have to end here because I'm gonna have to get out of here and go to work. And I'm really not looking forward to the week I have because I have back-to-back long shifts. And the last that is the very reason I left the last job was back-to-back long grueling shifts. But anyway. Signing off for the C Show, this is Rocktan, and looking forward to Extreme Rules. Hoping it turns out good, but WWE has the problem right now where pretty much everything they've done except for the Shield has had some negative element attached to it. It's like TNA at this point. For everything good they do, they have a bad element somewhere. So knowing WWE, they could find a way to fuck this up. But Extreme Rules usually ends up being one of the better pay-per-views. So I hope it turns out well. So that's the end. Goodbye, folks.
And
Goodbye, Internet.
And I'm Liquid Nation. And I'm Riddler. And I'm Alex. See you later.
And I'm Slick, Rob,
I'm Faraday.
I'm a terrorist.
Yeah. Bye.